Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we're going to have a look at a map which is by a creator we have done twice in the past, back in episodes 537 and 605. Now, I would say that this is just about the best map we've seen of theirs. Whether it's their best map on the workshop, I don't know, because there are a few we've not seen, but this is definitely the best so far, and I think you might like it. And you know what to do about things that you might like? Go on, I'll give you a guess. That's right, hitting the like button. In this case, it does get my little show, a little bit more popular, so if you could do that, would be great, thank you. Today's map is Beaumont Dunes by Deus Ex Machina. And I know it's Beaumont and not Beaumont because, well, I used to live in Beaumont. Not this Beaumont though, by the way. There's your start square. Looks very nice indeed. In fact, the whole map looks very nice indeed. Let's head off to the terrain heights. Looks just like that. Definitely a lot of build playing going on there. Now to the resources. I have fixed the glitch. Have a look at the resources. I'll tell you what was wrong with the glitch. When I reinstalled everything for Duvo, that's the name of it. Well, I've completely forgot I had no radioactive desert and more. Reinstalled that, and that has glitched with hide it, and boom, then I ended up with everything grayed out. But it's now fixed. I've just deleted it completely. I need to remove it from my subscriptions fully and my collections too. There's your list of things from the workshop. Just some trees. We'll be using the tropical HD theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT. Okay, let's have a look at the map, shall we? Now, it looks pretty flat and level, doesn't it, I would say. But the roads, if you have a look here, admittedly we are off towards the edge of the map here, they are somewhat tiered, and it stays kind of somewhat tiered for a long way. In a way that I think on this particular landscape, they would be flat. I mean, you would think they would be flat, wouldn't you? All the way along here, they are so. You'll see when they come back level with each other. It's not a huge problem. It's not a huge issue. If you're playing vanilla rules, you probably will never see this because this is way out, away from the actual build planes that you'd be buying into, those tiles that you'd be expanding into. So you probably wouldn't even notice this. And now it's coming level. You can make that out now. We've gone completely flat again. So yes, I'll say again. It wasn't before, so it's not again, is it? First bridge. I've got to say that the bridge. I thought at first that the elevator sections expanded too far from the centre, but if you look, it's not too far back before it spreads out there. So actually, I kind of like it. I was going to mark it down and make a thing of it, and then no, actually, I think that's absolutely essential that it's elevated just a little bit more. Can you imagine the breach of the banks otherwise? I think that's sensible, and I think that's good work. So this map. I think it's going to suit those of you that want to build a big city. I think it does have one or two flaws, one or two detailing flaws. Not many, but they are notable. They are notable flaws. For example, those highways being slightly, that was probably the least of them, you know. Then we'll have a look at this next bridge. This one again, I don't mind this actually. I think that looks just about right. We'll have a look at the rivers and such after the intermission as always. The forests, we won't go too much into the forest. There's a lot of vanilla going on with just that one tree. I think that one tree makes a huge difference. Let's subscribe to it. If you don't subscribe to that one tree, the map will still look good, you know. But I think that one tree makes a little bit of a difference. And just adding a little bit of extra height. It's the tall tree. And that little bit of height in the forests just breaks it up a little bit, you know. So yes, all told, I think the map looks good. I think the theme is lovely. I don't often get to see the tropical theme. I'm not into tropical maps myself, and I think in this case, I think the tropical theme works really, really well indeed. Okay, we've got this very slick looking internet, obviously hand built by the creator, and it's trying to glitch, but it isn't. I'm loving the lane arrows going straight on. So I'm quite happy with that. That is very slick. In fact, the entire intersection is very slickly done. Everything just looking really smooth and beautiful. You'd want this in your landscape, wouldn't you? I do have one little grumble with this one. One little grumble. And that is this pillar here. This pillar here is absolutely fine. And then there is nothing for not the world's greatest distance. It's here. It crosses all the other highways before it gets to that one. And I would like to see a pillar. I don't even know why there's not one there. Right at this location here. Just give a little bit of support in the middle. That's just a personal niggle. It's only a niggle though. Overall, I really like this intersection. We've got no clipping street lamps or anything like that, and the whole thing just looks really very, very nice. Great bit of work there, Deus. Very nice bit of work. And we're going to go this way because of the start square. We're coming down to the start square intersection. Now I'm going. Oh, I'd show you again. Look, the old lane arrows are excellent there, all pointing in the right direction. I've got a few grumbles with this intersection. A few. Some bigger than others. Nice split there. We've got 2 lanes peeling off here, and we've got the 2 lanes are now going elevated to cross across into the start, the actual down towards the build area. Now, the lane arrows there have decided to. I don't mind that. It kind of looks right. So I can kind of go with that one, sort of. I'm okay with it. But look, 1 lane on the opposite side of the highway and 2 lanes on the side that we were on. I'm not quite sure why we'd have that break. But anyway, coming down towards the crossover here. Now, notice how low it is. That is playing with fire, because on this occasion we have a couple of street lamps clipping through. Again, doesn't affect gameplay. It's just down to you whether that directly bothers you or not. It bothers me. Now, I don't like the way that these lane arrows are so close to each other there, and that's because the elevator section goes to ground level, and I would like to see it pulled back a little bit. How much of a little bit would I like to see it pulled back? Now there'd be a good question. While I just pull my tools out and then we'll upgrade these down to ground level. I'm not going to do a great job here. I'm just going to, again, just do enough to show you what I'm thinking. So we pull that back. Does that look a bit better? Yes, but there's a long gap of elevated section before we get to the road. How does that look? Let's oh yeah, I'm going to smooth it out. Shall we smooth it out? See if we can just so remembering the tools here. It's been so long since I've done anything creative. I should make a new map. Get me hands up, anybody who'd like to see me make a new map. I probably should. This is a map show after all, so yeah, it's been a year almost, getting on towards a year since St Catherine's Point, and 2 years since Merrickstowe. So yeah, my 1 map a year schedule. Yeah, I prefer that. I still think it's a little way drawn out. Maybe if it was drawn right up to the highway, having just terraformed the terrain there. Maybe if we bring that back to the highway, that will look a little bit better. I'm just trying to get taking 2 clicks. I don't know what's going on here. It's taking 2 clicks to get everything to work. Right, back to. And if we do this on the opposite side as well, I'm not going to do it now. Do you think that? I think that would look a bit better. I know we've got some blue mantle there. That's just shoddy, quick work. I'm not going to fix it. No point in fixing it. But I think I actually prefer it brought right the way to the highway, and then maybe have on the opposite side to do exactly the same. Anyway, the start square intersection ends in this roundabout, and that's plenty of space to build into, and that gives us a chance to have a look at today's DLC asset of the day. Yes, you're going to need park life for this one. This is one of those infamous park entrances that you need. WDS, Walt Disney Studios park entrance by DisneyModels. I'm wondering if we're going to see a lot more Disney models from DisneyModels. This one's very, very slickly done. Loving the little monogram thing in the middle of the. I think the gates have been done really well. Factoids, because factoids. Not one to laugh about here. Winston Churchill suffered so badly from depression that he did not allow himself to stand at the edge of a railway platform, just in case he jumped in front of a train. Well, that's good plan. Yeah, if you suffer from depression, try and find coping mechanisms, of getting by. I know it's not easy, listening to this show is probably not one of the fixes, but hey. Walt Disney Studios Park Entrance by DisneyModels. Today's Park Life map of the asset. Asset of the day. Yes, I should go back and re-edit these things, but I'm running out of time. I'm due to start work in 10 minutes, and we've got about 10 minutes worth of show to go. So I'm just going to do this in one take, whether I foul up or not. You probably heard the fire engine going past my window a few minutes ago, and I normally mutter about it. I just know we've just got to do this in one go, guys, today. Right, perfect looking bridge, and I say perfect looking bridge, I would say perfect bridge. Yeah, it's all good. It's all very good indeed. And done everything they can to avoid the blue mantle. Cut through the forests and off towards the edge of the map, which means I think we'll have a look at the rail. Now, we've got a couple of rail options. This is one of them. But you may notice here that the rail mysteriously disappear. Disappear? God heck. Disappears. Disappear. Oh dear, you think by now I would know how to speak English. No, it's not going to happen. Yes, so that's one that you're not going to get any rail down. It's not game breaking because this line does connect up with the other line, and well, that does connect with the edge of the map, so you will get rail. Just won't get any rail along here. Not from the edge of the map anyway. Let's put the terrain lines on just so we can see elevation changes. On the whole, it's pretty good. There's one little section which isn't, and then if you're a realist, that's going to be the game breaker for you, the clincher. But overall, I think most of these are well within eyeball tolerance. You know, if you can't see the slope with your eye, then it's fine. But down here, you'll notice we've got some. It's getting a bit closer, and it's getting a bit closer, and then it's getting, well, it's pretty steep down here. It's hidden through the trees. So in a way, they've found a way of actually trying to hide the fact that there's a bit of a slopey slope going on there. Then you've got the rail comes across here, crosses across our highway, which we've seen, and then it comes back down to ground with a little dump like that. I like that. Good work. Still got these. I might turn these lines off in a second. Yeah, we're climbing up again here on the opposite side. And then this is the line that connects up with the outside world. So yes, one little bit of train section to fix, and I would have no major issues with it at all, depending on, of course, the realism aspect. And this is slightly elevated going up here, but I think we can deal with it. It's again almost within eyeball tolerance, and certainly not the ugliest bit of rail we've ever seen. And this terminates down here, which gives us time to take our little intermission.
Want to add a custom hedge maze to your park but don't have the time to build one? Why not try BonBonB's modular hedge maze set? This guide will show you how to select and use the right units. Click the information button below.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm not sure why this shipping route goes quite so close to the coast there, but it's not the worst, but I would have been quite happy with it being a little bit further out at sea. And then this loops off this way towards the corner of the map, which means we can find our second shipping route, which is down here. And then this one comes in and does a little loop-de-loop and then goes back out the way it came. So yeah, I would say the shipping routes are okay actually. No problems there. Water flow, there are a couple of small rivers, but nothing major. Your start square water is this, and yeah, there's not really any motion in that ocean. There's a little arrow there, just the one. I think water flow might be a bit of a problem playing vanilla unless you're using water towers. So I would just bear that in mind. Overall though, I really like the shape of this map. I think there's loads of really interesting build planes. This is your start square area again. I think some really interesting build planes. I think some interesting hills and forests to break up the griddiness a little bit, because it's so easy to build grids. It's too teasing, isn't it, to build grids? If you want to do an American build with lots of grids, then please be my guest. So I'll show you the forest. We're looking for some of these tall trees. There's nothing actually in that little section there. We'll find them. There'll be some down Is this down here? There you go. A small cluster of them down here. And it just breaks up the height of... there you go. One take off there. Sorry about that. Breaks up the height of the forests as well, which is good to see. Loving the sand. Of course, it's tropical HD, so we've got sand as beaches, but also actually within the hills. And I come from a chalky area, so most of my hills are like the White Cliffs of Dover. Whereas the sand, we've got sort of like, I would get more like a sandstone kind of effect going on in the hills here. Don't mind them. We've got this little river. I don't really like this river. I'm not going to moan too much about it. Just a little bit too straight. And I just convolute. I think it's just been put in there to add a little something. To be honest with you, it actually looks okay as a background. But if you're looking for the realism effect, then there are better maps if you want a realistic river system going on. Don't mind these little lakes. I like them. And once again, they are aesthetically very pleasing. This one here, though, these two little dunes in here, well, they're a little bit too bumpy. If you look at how much is sticking out of the water, I don't really buy into, especially this one. Look at this. How much is that? What, 15 meters? Something, I don't know. That's high. We'll just smooth them out a little bit. Just a little bit of smoothing here and there. And I think the whole thing would come together very nicely indeed. So anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. But I think you will have it in there. I'm pretty sure that you will have it in there. Right, I balance this camera on the ledge like about here, and then I'll rate it up. Aesthetically, I think it's really eye-catching. I think it looks really good. It's been kept to minimum as well, so we haven't got huge amounts of silly detailing going on, or extreme detailing. Silly's not the word again. Apologise to all those people that use lots of detailing. It's not silly. Hey, got my hand up. I did that too. 4 stars for aesthetics. Detailing is pretty good. But we do have a few issues that I think are I'm gonna bring it down to a very high 3. Don't think it quite earns the 4th star, but it's very close. It's right on the borderline. Gameplay potential, I'm gonna give it the 4th star. Not entirely convinced about that water flow in the start square, and of course we've got a little bit of broken rail line that you'll probably want to go and fix, and of course if you want to do rail down that section, but it does work. So yeah, I'm gonna give it that 4th star. Could have easily got 5 this map with a bit more water flow in that start square and no broken rail line. 5 stars that would have been. Anyway, there you go. That was Beaumont Dunes by Deus Ex Machina. And thank you very much. Thank you very much for making it to the end of another map. What map? Map. See, this is why I have to go back and edit, but I just haven't the time. It's a sad life. Why won't they let me have more time? Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. Old map on the screen now, which has got a vote just put on it. And I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What Map series. See you then.